Hi everyone, welcome to another video. So today we are creating this look using one of my favorite brands from the drugstore, and that is Milani. So I'm super excited for this actually because this is the first time I have ever done a full video using Milani products. I've had other brands where I've used like Revlon and L'Oreal and that sort of thing. But when I started putting all the items together for this look, I was like, wow, I have a lot of Milani products. So if you want to see what products I used, let's get into it. So I'm not sure why I've never done a full face of Milani before. When I actually started collecting all of my products to make the video, and I was like, I've got a lot of Milani products here, so I'm not sure why this is my first time. I did have to run out and purchase a couple of things that I didn't have, and then just so you know, I thought I had it in my collection, but I didn't, so I wasn't going to run back out to the store. So the only thing I didn't have was eyebrows, so I did go in with my CoverGirl Nano Pencil. I'm really enjoying this one actually lately. And I don't have an eyeliner of Milani. So for whatever reason, I thought I did. So we're just gonna make our way through that, and I'll use just a different eyeliner, but I have everything else full face Milani. So one of the first things I want to try out is this Fruit Fetish. This is one of their lip oils. I think this is kind of new. I have this one in the shade Passion Fruit Coconut. So that sounded really, really good. And you know, like lip oils are having such a hot minute right now. I think I have a good amount of lip oils from different brands. I can smell the coconut. Not really the passion fruit, but I can still smell coconut. And what I read about these is it's supposed to be glossy, hydrating, but it's not sticky, which I will agree with that. It definitely is not sticky at all, so that's nice. And then we're going to prep my eyelids. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know the Milani eyeshadow primer is my holy grail eyeshadow primer. It is fabulous. Now what I did notice is they've changed packaging. Like I still have like the gray package, and I think the new one is like a purple color, but I still have a bunch of this in the package, so we'll just use it up before I have to run out and grab the new formula. Well, I don't know if it's a new formula or new packaging, but for now we're just gonna go with this one. It is the best in my opinion. It really does help my eyeshadow stay on longer through the day. It helps with the eyeshadow not creasing. It's a nice, like a lotiony kind of a feel to the product. And then we're also going to go in with primer and get everything set up on my skin. So I did just recently use this in a video. It's the Bright Side Illuminating Primer. Really, really nice formula actually. It's like a lotion. It has a squeezy tube. There's, I think, one or two different types of formulas like this, but I really like this one. It does have like a little bit of a color to it, but it goes on so nicely, and wow, the glow it gives my skin is incredible. But I always like to make sure all of my skincare products have time to sit and work their way into my skin. And I do always apply just a little bit extra, just in my smile lines. And then I pat it in just because that's where, if foundation, I think I've mentioned this before, our foundation's going to settle. That's where it settles, is just into my fine lines in there. And what gives this primer that brightening effect is it has vitamin C in it. It has squalene in it. So that really does help with the makeup looking just brilliant through the day. Gives a nice radiant finish to the skin. And I think it said it was good for all skin tones. So that's really lovely when they do that. Oh, one thing I was going to mention also with Milani, they are a cruelty-free brand. So if that's important to you, just so you know that they are cruelty-free. Now this next product that I picked up, I haven't used this one yet. It is the Under Eye Brightener Conceal and Perfect. I picked this one up in the shade Melon. Now I'm not sure if I should have picked up, maybe there was a lighter shade. It sounded interesting. It's supposed to hydrate under the eye, but also brighten before you use concealer. So it says it's a 2-in-1 makeup and skincare, hyaluronic acid, caffeine, and color correcting pigments, and microfine pearls. That's going to give it the illuminating effect. So it comes just as a sponge tip. So I'm going to squeeze it up here. See if I can get, okay, so it just came out through the top here. And I'm going to put a little bit, okay, actually it's not as dark as I thought it, or yeah, like I thought it was going to be darker, but it's actually a little bit, it is a little bit on the light side. So I am just applying it right in that darkest corner here where I am quite purple. And I'm going to blend it in with my fingers. And that, so I'm going to let this one sit a little bit under my eyes. So it definitely has made my eyes look, like under my eyes look hydrated. It is a little bit bright, but I can still, I don't know if you guys can still see it. I can see it in the viewfinder here. It does still look a little bit purple. So here, let me apply a little bit more because I'm still looking actually quite purple. Because I usually don't like applying like a bunch of product under my eye. That's where you're going to run into the issue of stuff creasing and stuff looking cakey. Okay, so that's a little, I'm going to say a little bit better. It's not as purpley. So we'll let that sit and let it do its thing. It's the only thing about sponge tip products. Like as soon as now I've put the cap on, like look at how dirty it is, and that was just brand new. Oh well. Now I think what we're gonna jump into next is eyeshadow. So we'll do the face and stuff after. I'm still letting that primer sink in. So I have a few eyeshadow palettes. And I'm going to say also, like, keep in mind, like, this is all stuff I've bought myself. That none of this is sponsored. I would love Milani to sponsor a video, but this is all stuff I've bought. So one of them is the Milani Gilded Nude palette. And all it says is it's mattes, rosy pinks, and chocolatey browns. Quite pretty, actually. It has quite a lovely color story on it. And then the other two that I have is, one is called Milani Gilded Mini. And then I also have Milani, this is called the Most Wanted palette. Now I have used this one on my channel before. It's quite lovely actually. It has a little bit of, I'm going to say, they're neutrals, but they are like a little bit like on the mauve side. And then this one here, I haven't even broken the seal yet here. And this one again is more, you can see it's all like kind of, oops, that's upside down. It's all like more neutral shades and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to leave this one. I'm not going to open this one yet. I think what I'm going to do is we'll go between the Gilded Nude one and maybe a few shades from this one here, the regular mini. It's a nice eyeshadow palette. Like it has a mirror, and this is like cardboard. All right, so we're first going to go in with that shade right there. It's like a peachy shade, and it's called Me Time. I'm just taking like a fluffy BK Beauty brush. This is the 201. And I'm just going to apply this all over the lid. Milani has some really nice eyeshadow formulas. They're not, I don't find them to be patchy. They blend in really nicely. Their color payoff is great. All right, so now we're going to switch over to that little Most Wanted palette. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's like a chocolate brown. It's actually quite lovely. Look at that. It has a little bit of like purpley undertones to it. And I'm sorry, I don't think I showed you the peach shade. Aren't I like I'm such a good YouTuber. Here, I'll show you that purple shade that I used. There it is right there. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. So now we'll switch over to that shade that I just mentioned to you. And I'm just going to go in with my Rougher 15 brush. I'm going to deposit right on the outer corner and bring it right up into the crease. And then back to this palette here, we're going to go in with this tan brown shade, and it says, the name of it is Do Not Disturb. It's that one right there, quite pretty. And I'm going to take my Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the A503 brush. And what I want to do with this one is I'm going to apply it right up in this area here. So I have a little bit more color going up to my eyebrow. And just gently back and forth. And see how nice they blend right in. And then I want to brighten the actual eyelid up a little bit in the corner. So we're going to go in with this shade right here. And look at how gorgeous that is. It's like a really pigmented, like a beige shade. All that I did off camera is I went in and I tight lined, and then I did a little bit of eyeliner on the top with the Sephora. This is the shade Tiramisu. I am in love with this pencil since I bought it on my Sephora haul. It is fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. So we're going to go in with the foundation now. I have the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. This is the shade 02 Creamy Natural. So I'm going to say this is more of a summer shade for me. It's a little bit on the darker side, but I did want to pick up another foundation. So it is like on the thicker side. And what I'll do is I'll apply it the one side with a sponge, and I'll show you the coverage that it has. This is a great foundation. If you have mature skin, I think this is a really nice one. I'm going to go in with the rougher makeup sponge. This is a really great sponge. It's so like fluffy and soft. Like, can you see how bouncy that is? I love sponges that are like that. This foundation I find doesn't do a lot of settling into my fine lines. Great coverage. I mean, the shade, you can see it's not bad for like my skin right now. It looks a little bit better when I have a little bit of a tan. Or when I even sometimes use my self tanners. Always bring it down my neck. And always make sure to do even my ears. I find this gives me more of like a medium, verging on, like you can build it up to almost like a full coverage, but I like to keep it kind of medium. That's why I use a sponge with it. I find it gives a little bit of a matte finish. That's why I like to use the primer that I do. Like the primer gives me like more of a glowy finish. And I find the foundation and the primer really complement each other. So it's not like a true matte. I'm not into that. Like, I'm not a true matte type of foundation person, especially with my dry skin. And this sponge it has like one of those little corners, so it gets right into that little area by your nose. And the nice thing about this foundation, it has like quite an extensive shade range. So I'll come a little closer now so you can see the, let me just turn my ring light down just ever so slightly. So you can kind of see the difference. Hopefully you can. You can see this side is, I haven't, no, actually that needs to come up a little bit, doesn't it? There we go. You can see this side I haven't done yet. And this side, look at how nice and even my skin tone looks. There's more of a head-on shot so you can see the two sides. Really nice foundation. Now it does say you can use it as a concealer. I personally have never used it as a concealer. I like to apply just like a separate one. I used it once because it did say it was foundation concealer, and I just didn't find it concealed like my darkness, so that's why I went with like a separate concealer. So next we're going in with concealer. So this is the Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. Now this does give you a little bit more of a fuller coverage, and which is, I'm always a little bit leery of that, with especially with my dry under eyes. But this formula is actually quite hydrating because it has hyaluronic acid in it. I do have it in the shade 120, which is light vanilla. It's a creamy formula, just like your standard wand. That's a shade. I don't use a lot of this just because it has a lot of coverage. And especially because I did put that brightener underneath my eye already. And I'm going to take a little bit up there. And on there. And we're just going to go in with my Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. It blends in really nicely at the end of the night. Like, this one gives you about 12 hours of coverage. It doesn't look all like cakey or settling into my fine lines at the end of the night. It has a pretty decent shade range. I think there's like 18 different shades you can get of this. Otherwise, just blend everything back in together here with the foundation and the concealer. But you can see even that little bit that I used under my eye, look at how well it blended in, and look at how much coverage it's given me. Like, I don't see any of my dark circles poking through at all. So it's a really, really great drugstore concealer. So before we go in with mascara, I'm just going to quickly curl my lashes. This is the rougher eyelash curler. I won't go into too much detail because I pretty much have it in every makeup tutorial. It's the best. It is the best eyelash curler. Now I went and picked up two different kinds of mascara. So one is their anti-gravity mascara, and this is called the Lash Extensions. Now when I looked on the website, because these seem like they were the most popular ones. When I went onto the website, the anti-gravity is actually their best seller. So I'm going to hold off on using this one. I'll use this one some other time. I don't like to have a bunch of mascaras open at the same time because, as you know, mascara you should only have open for about 3 months and then you should toss it, just because it is one of the products that is so close to your eye. I don't go through mascaras that much. So let's try this one out. This one sounded really, really good. And the reason that I was very intrigued by this one is it has castor oil in it. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, there, like, castor oil is everywhere right now. Like I'm hearing castor oil, this, that, and the other thing. There's a million videos out there about it. I am curious to try it out. I think I'm going to start trying it on my skin. From what I can see, people are just raving about it. So I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. So quite a nice packaging, quite lovely. So a little bit of the story with this. So it's highly rated. It's supposed to deliver extreme volume, length. It has like some unique hourglass type of wand. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's the wand. So it is like an hourglass shape. I'm just going to put a little bit more because it's the first time using it. So this is supposed to give you like 24-hour wear. I don't ever wear my mascara that long, so I honestly don't know. And it says it is no clumping or smudging. So I always start at the root and work my, like, wiggle the wand up. Now it is one of those wands, I can already feel it, that if you're not careful, you'll poke your eye. These are those really prickly bristles. So sometimes those are like really scary ones because I've poked my eye before. Oh my goodness, and it hurts. So just be really careful. So I'm just trying to get right to the lash line and then moving my way up without poking my eye. Okay, so I like how it's getting all these like little lashes in the corner. And this is giving me me some volume. Holy smokes. And some lengthening. So I'm going to just do the one side and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Oh, this is lovely. Okay, that is amazing. That is just the one coat. Holy smokes. Wow. Look. That's impressive. Now I can see why it's highly rated. Wow, that mascara is incredible for my short, stubby little hairs on my lashes. Oh my goodness, what a great mascara. I am so glad that I picked that one. That's awesome. So I just want to run a little bit of color under my eyes. So I'm going to take that one shade that I used earlier, and I'm going to use my rougher. This is the 03 brush. This is a great little, like, a detailer brush that fits precisely under your eyes. Just going to run it right here. And kind of blend it in with the other eyeshadow that I have on my lids. And then I am just going to set that concealer ever so much. And I'm just using my Physicians formula. This is my Butter Believe It face powder. I don't have a Milani face powder. I was so sad when they discontinued, I think this was a couple of years ago, that set, I can't remember exactly what the name of it was, Set Prep and Glow or something like that, but that was the best powder that I used under my eyes. And I was so sad when they discontinued it. Now this is the super exciting part because I was waiting. This is one of the reasons that I was waiting to do the Milani video, is because I was hoping that in Canada, we're always a little bit slow getting products. And they finally came out with their cream bronzer, which I couldn't wait to try out. So one of my holy grails is this Milani, the Silky Matte bronzer. This is like a well-used container of it. I love it. I have this one in the shade 03 Suntan. So that is one of my favorite. This is in my makeup bag all the time. Great, great bronzer. But what I wanted to try today is that new cream bronzer. So this is called Cheek Kiss, and this is called Hey Honey. Huh, cute name. Oh, look at that. Pretty. It's gorgeous. Okay, let's give this a... Oh, that feels nice. This actually feels very similar to the cream blush. So how I'm going to apply this is I'm going to use my rougher. This is a 37 brush. I love this one for applying cream type of products. It's like a nice domey kind of shape. So I'm just going to take like that much. I had heard it's supposed to be really good, and it kind of went viral. Oh, that's nice. Look at that shade. Oh, that's so pretty. I love cream products for mature skin. I think, there's nothing wrong with powder. Don't get me wrong. I love powder, but I think cream products just do a nice job on mature skin. I find they don't settle into fine lines as much as like a powder will. And the cream it doesn't just sit on the skin, which is nice. Like sometimes powders, right? They just kind of sit there and they'll fade. But one thing with creams is they just kind of sink into the skin. And I find on my skin anyhow, they don't fade as much. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm so glad it's working out. Because these came out so long ago when I was watching some of my YouTube friends, my American YouTube friends. And they were all going on about this cream Milani bronzer. I'm like, but I want to try it. Please come to Canada. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so now I am going to take it just under my chin, along my jawline. And even though it's a cream product, I still run it down my neck. So everything looks kind of seamless. Okay, love. Love, love, love. This is fantastic. Love this bronzer. Oh my goodness. All right, so I have a few blushes, but I'll show you the one that I'm going to use today. But I love Milani blushes. This is the one that I do have. This is Coral Cove. This is a rose powder blush. This is so pretty in the summertime. It has like that orangey kind of reflection on it. Oh, look at that. So gorgeous. And then the other one that I have is their Baked blush. Now this one I pretty much use on a daily basis. I just love this one. This is in my makeup bag every single time. And this is the Luminoso Baked Powder Blush. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That's the shade there. Really nice, like a shimmery kind of look, but it doesn't accentuate all like my texture or fine lines. But the one I am going to go in today is the Milani. This is the Cheek Kiss. I have this in Coral Crush. Now, just because I am using that cream bronzer, I do want to use a cream blush. And that is so pretty. This is very, very pigmented. Look at it. Oh my goodness. So I am going to use the Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the 507. This is her blush brush. So it just has like a little angle to it, which fits on the cheek really well. Again, you don't need a lot of this. Like this is really, really pigmented. Like, look at that. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, I always forget how pigmented it is. Okay, so actually I got it blended in. If you ever do have like any troubles with that where you put too much on, just take your sponge and the sponge will help pick some of that up. Okay, so this side, I'm just going to put one dab. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is so pigmented. This is why this went viral. I think they launched these like a few years ago. And like they were like the latest and greatest, but like look at this. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh wow. Plus my cheeks are just a little bit red anyhow from my studio lights. They always heat my cheeks up. And then my favorite Milani highlighter. This is the Baked highlighter. I have this one in the shade Champagne Dioro. But unfortunately, it's so well used that it's broken. So I have to really watch. It's like the packaging comes out here. but I'll try and... See, I told you guys, it falls out. Sorry if that hurt your ears. Here, there's the shade. It's really pretty. It's like the shade says, champagne. Now I'm gonna try and get it back in here. Okay. Now I'm gonna just take my Sigma. This is the F03 highlighter brush. Just lightly put it on my cheeks. That cream blush and the bronzer actually have given me a little bit of luminosity on my skin, so I don't need a lot of highlighter today. Gently applying it right on the high point of my cheek, down my nose, my cupid's bow. Now my favorite lip liner from Milani is the Understatement lip liner. I have this one in the shade Nude Entrance. I find this is the perfect nude shade, but it has like a hint of like peach, or sorry, like a pink undertone to it. It is a retractable, so if you like retractables. Now this is the fun part, because I have a little bit of lipsticks from Milani. If you've been with my channel any length of time, I have shown you guys lots and lots and lots that I have quite a collection of all of the Milani. These are the Lip Fetish. I believe these are called Lip Fetish lipsticks. So I've used them tons. So I don't want to use these ones today, but they are awesome. If you like a really good lipstick with some staying power, wow, those are amazing. Again, those went viral. I did recently just pick up, this is the Color Fetish. This is a hydrating lip stain. So I haven't used it yet, and I'm gonna use it in another video. I just didn't want to use a lip stain today because I want something else on my lips, but they have like a whole shade range of these ones. What I am going to use today is this is the Stay Put Liquid Lip Long Wear Lipstick. I have this one in the shade. If you hear me, I'm just knocking everything over on my, on my desk here. This is the shade 110 Glow Up. So it's a really pretty pink shade. Let me just try and get it open here. I thought it would go nice with, I have my pink top going. I love liquid lipsticks. I know that's not everybody's jam, but I love a liquid lipstick. I think that they do an incredible job of just staying all day. And some formulas that you can get, they just don't even budge like for the whole day. Oh, that's so pretty. Look, that's going to go great with my shirt. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, let's give this a try. Wow, that is like hot pink. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be a little less pink, but you know what? We're just going to roll with it. Then this is my favorite lip gloss from Milani. This is the Keep It Full Pumping Lip Gloss. I've had it on my channel lots. I have this one in the shade Champagne. And this one has a huge, huge doe foot applicator. Look at that. That's a huge sucker. So I am going to put a little bit of gloss. Just in the center. And it is a little bit of a plumping gloss, but it doesn't, it's more of like a cooling effect on your lips. It doesn't sting at all. Like, it's not one of those. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. And then this is my first time using the Milani Make It Last. This is the Dewy Finish Setting Spray. But again, one of those things that I've heard really good things about. It's supposed to be super hydrating. So it says to give it a good shake. One of my concerns when I try a new setting spray is whether the nozzle is like a water gun in your face. Oh my goodness. I'm always like, we have it like way out here if it's going to blast me. Okay, so let's give this a try. Oh my goodness. That was amazing. What a great nozzle. It actually just dispensed the product. Oh my goodness, I love that. Oh, I love that. It was so, did you guys see how nice it was? Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So this says it's 16-hour wear, hydrate and illuminate. Well, I mean, I think it definitely gave me some illumination. And it was, the mist was so fine that I don't even have to go in with my sponge and kind of blended in. Sometimes with some of my other setting sprays, it kind of leaves like little splotches on my face and I blend it in, but this was super fine. Oh, that's great. Okay, now I can see what the hype is about this one. That's that, or like any of the Milani setting sprays I've heard are really, really good, but that was fantastic. All right, there were definitely some stars of the show here. Oh my goodness. First off, this mascara, I'm 100% sold. Oh my goodness. That looks amazing. My eyelashes, like I can actually, I see eyelashes. I have eyelashes. Oh my goodness. It's so rare that I find a mascara that actually gives me some lengthening and some volume. Love it. And it got all of these little eyelashes like in my corners. So love it, love it, love it. I will let you know down in the description box whether it, like, does it flake on me by the end of the night, anything like that. So I will keep you updated on that. So check that out. Oh, this bronzer. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I finally get to try it. This is so beautiful. I loved how it blended in. The shade was perfect for my shade. The Hey Honey, like I love the name. The name is so cute. But I love how it blended in. Oh, it's gorgeous. It wasn't patchy at all. And yeah, love it. That was great. And then this setting spray. Ah, I love, love, love the mister. Oh, it just dispersed the product on my face so nicely. It wasn't like a water gun in my face. So love, love, love this. So I'll have everything linked and listed for you down in the description box. And if you ever use any of my affiliate links, I thank you so much for helping to support my channel. And then let me know if you like that shade. I'm really liking the liquid lipstick as well. Sorry, I forgot to put that in there. But like I just washed my hands and that's not coming off. So I'll leave that down in the description box as well of how long this wore. I'm thinking this could be on for a while. If you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. Make sure to hit that notification bell that's right beside the subscribe button. That way you're notified whenever I upload new videos. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. That also helps my channel out a lot. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!